we did some software enhancements or new products last year. So we developed a product called Nopearide Express, which is this package delivery software. Mainly it's meant for corporates, businesses that are operating in these malls where we're present. So they can basically use our service if they want to send green packages. So it's available for them. But then we started to also, we finalized our discussions with one investor who came board on December last year. And as soon as we signed the contract and we saw that the COVID numbers were not going any worse anymore and the situation was somehow stabilizing, we decided that okay, now we're going to place an order. So we've been growing this year already, and today we have more than 60 cars in Nairobi, and we have 5 locations with our chargers. I think there's one site that has 1 charger, most of them have 2, and some of them have even 3 chargers. And we have 3 additional chargers that are actually 2 in customs, which we hope to be released today. And if it's released today or tomorrow, then by the end of this week we're going to be opening a 6th Nopea charging hub location. Okay. So we are building more like a charging capacity, we are ordering more cars, and of course we are seeing now more traffic again since this curfew is not in place anymore. Okay. So the 5 charging areas, apart from the TRM, the hub, and the 2 rivers. 2 rivers. Those are the main ones that started. And Sarit Center. So which is the other new one? The JK or? No, JK is in place and has been there quite long. So we have 5. So Current Hub, TRM, sorry, 2 rivers, and Sarit Center and JKIA. Now we're going to be opening. We signed up one which is in Village Market. Oh, Village Market. So we hope to be opening that as soon as we get the charger out of the customs. Okay. We're going to do it, so hopefully already this week. Okay. And then we have a couple of places which are under negotiations, and we're still talking with the management in those places. And yeah, I hope we will be able to open 1 or 2 additional sites by the end of the year. Okay. Yeah. All the charging stations are kind of outside the CBD. Haven't you thought of opening one around CBD? Yeah, CBD has some rules of their own for the taxis, for example, that it's requires some additional licenses to operate there. Okay. And thus far we haven't been able to find a good suitable location over there. But well, we basically, when we decide the next place for charging stations, is that we look at this heat map, which collects this data from the cars. We get data from the apps, and we get also data from the charging stations. So we combine that data and put it on top of the Nairobi map, and then we can see where the cars are, where they spend their time, where the customers are, where's more capacity needed, and that's how we decide where to put the next charging stations. Oh, okay, okay. So when you all having this conversation of electric cars, are there people who are really helping you? People, I mean, like maybe the government, are they coming in to at least, because when we go electric, we are helping the whole nation. So I'm thinking, are they in conversation with you guys, or what is their take? No, unfortunately not. So maybe also that during the COVID, also many government agencies were more or less closed or operating remotely and so on. So, but no, we haven't really done any cooperation with the government. So it's been us and our partners, which are like independent businesses. Oh, okay. But I really think if we involve the government, for example, when you're importing cars, it's a bit expensive because of the taxation. So, because there was a time 2019, they said they are trying to work on the taxation to subsidize the. So I don't know. Do you really think they need to come on board so that they can spearhead or they can push for this conversation? It's a similar dilemma in many countries, not just Kenya. But even in Kenya, there's some plans that I think it was that the 5% of the imported cars should be clean mobility cars by 2025. But I don't believe that target will be achieved if the government doesn't do something about the taxation and duties on these vehicles and what comes to the infrastructure and so on. So I think the government understands that they need to move to this direction, But well, I'm not insider, so I don't know what the government is planning to do. I haven't seen anything really, not that much yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully they have a good plan that it enables this increase of clean mobility vehicles in 25 and going forward.
Yeah. Because I remember there was environmental summit or something of that sort.
Yeah.
So because transportation is one of the major stakeholder of the environment. Because like if we have the pollution of the environment, so I think there's a really need of having a conversation of having a clean transportation. Maybe you could maybe find someone from the government who can really help us to have this conversation. Maybe.
I hope so. We are definitely open to that.
Okay, so currently Nopearide is just an electric taxi, and you've said there's another package of Nopea Express.
Correct.
You're not planning to have lease, maybe if anyone, maybe me, if as editor, I want to own an electric car.
Yeah.
You're not planning to maybe sell or lease an electric car?
For you to personally use or put on the Nopea platform?
No, for myself to use, to own it.
Yeah, we could do that in principle, and there's nothing against it, but we haven't gone into that space yet, because what I've understood is that there's not that many private EVs in Nairobi yet, and those drivers that have an EV, they're struggling when it comes to the charging network, and we might at some point open up our charging network for these private users, but today we want to secure that our taxi drivers are happy. And when they drive Nopea, they should be prioritized, and they should be the ones who can use the charging network. So we really don't want to be in a situation that our drivers who are making their living out of driving Nopea go to the charging station just to discover that there's so many private cars already using it. So yeah, we can import you a car if you wanted that, but we cannot guarantee today that we would enable or allow you to use our charging network.
So if you're able to import for me, for example, maybe in 2-3 years to come, you have importing system for people here in Kenya. Would you be able to install the chargers maybe at my home or residential places? Or because I'm thinking electric car works like the mobile phone. You can just charge it at home or something of that sort.
Yeah, obviously we would need to check out that what's the state of your infrastructure at house in your home, what kind of fuses you're using there and so on. But yeah, in principle it's possible. And you know, usually if you charge the car EV at home, then you don't need a quick charger. So you can take your time and you can charge these cars overnight or so. So it should be possible and can be done. And for example, I charge my car at home. So,
oh, you use an electric car? Of course, yes.
Since 2014.
Awesome. Which Nissan Leaf?
Nissan Leaf, just like here. Same car.
I
know those cars very well, and that's one reason. So I founded my company in 2014 in Finland, and that same year I started to drive one. And in 2014 you didn't really have many options.
It was the Nissan Leaf,
and I think Tesla had just launched, but it was obviously too expensive. So we started the Nissan Leafs in Finland first, and luckily those cars are actually really robust cars, and we have been very happy with them, and you know, that's the reason why I selected that we're going to be using the same model also here in Nairobi when we launched our pilot in 2018.
Okay. Me as editor, I want to become an Nopearide driver. How is it possible for me? Or what do I have? What are the requirements?
Well, we check out your background, criminal history, driving records, your history with other taxi hailing apps, how you've been rated there. And we do this basically the same checkup that anybody, Uber, Bolt, any other taxi hailing company does. So it's nothing special.
Okay. We've been having I do not want to mention the company, the taxi company that has been having scandals of. So now, like a Nopearide. I use Nopearide, yes. It's safe, that I know. So how are you making sure that your drivers are not harassing their customers like these other companies? I hope you're trying to get me.
Yeah. Obviously, it also depends that if any passenger experiences anything like that, they need to be active. They need to note us, tell us that this happened.
Okay.
So then we can take an action on that. But
okay.
I don't know what to say. So far we don't have those cases, and I hope it continues like that.
Yeah, true. We really hope so for that, because I know Nopearide is a very good one. So I really hope so. Yeah. So as Electric Bee, is it possible, okay, or any other people who are interested in electric cars, is it possible to partner with Nopearide or something of that sort?
You mean if you for example bought a car and you just want to put it on the Nopearide platform?
Yeah,
that's possible, and we are talking with some potential partners who are interested in doing that. So it could be that it's perhaps existing SACO that wants to offer these cars to their drivers and then put them on the Nopearide platform, or it can be even a private person. Just like today happens that some people, they don't necessarily keep all the money in the bank, they just go ahead and